Ladies and gentlemen, fellas, let me tell you something real right now. Love, real love, don't have to scream to be heard. It shows up in actions. It's consistent. It's loyal. If a woman truly loves you, she won't leave you wondering. She's going to give you 3 undeniable signs. You won't have to chase clarity. You'll feel it in your soul. When a woman truly loves you, one of the most powerful things she gives is a safe, emotional space. In today's world, men are often expected to be strong, silent, and guarded. They're told not to cry, not to express fear, not to show weakness. So many men walk around with emotional armor, pretending to be okay when they're really carrying the weight of the world on their shoulders. But when a woman loves you deeply, that armor starts to feel unnecessary around her. You feel like you can finally breathe. You feel like you don't have to act anymore. You feel seen, not just for what you do, but for who you really are beneath all the layers. She doesn't rush to judge you when you share your fears. She listens, really listens. She doesn't try to fix you or make you feel like you're broken. Her presence alone becomes a place of healing. You can talk about your childhood wounds, your insecurities, your failures, and she doesn't flinch. She holds that space with grace and understanding. She might not have all the answers, but she makes sure you know you're not facing those battles alone. That kind of emotional safety is rare. It's not loud. It's not dramatic. It's in the quiet way she lets you know that you matter, that your feelings are valid, that your voice deserves to be heard. You'll find yourself sharing things you've never told anyone before, not because she demanded honesty, but because her spirit made it feel safe to be honest. You feel like a man with her, not because she feeds your ego, but because she values your soul. She doesn't make you feel small when you're vulnerable. She respects your emotional openness and never uses your softness against you. She knows that a real connection comes from truth, and truth only flows where there's safety. Her love isn't conditional on you always being strong. She doesn't just love the version of you that's winning, succeeding, or impressing the world. She loves the version that's tired, unsure, and even broken. That doesn't mean she wants you to stay stuck. No, she believes in your strength, but she also understands you're human, and humans hurt, struggle, and fall. Around her, your emotional world isn't something to hide. It's something she honors. That alone can make a man feel more powerful than any amount of praise or achievement ever could. You start to realize that her love is like shelter from a storm. The world outside might be harsh, competitive, and cold, but with her, you feel warmth. Not because everything's perfect, but because she offers peace. Peace of mind, peace of heart, peace in simply being yourself. That emotional peace is what makes you want to come home, not just physically, but emotionally too. She becomes a sanctuary, not just a partner. And in her presence, you no longer feel the need to hide. When a woman truly loves you, she doesn't just show up when it's convenient. She shows up when it matters most. It's easy to be around someone when everything is going smoothly, when the laughter is flowing and the wins are stacking up. But the real test of love is presence during adversity. A woman who loves you at your lowest, who doesn't flinch when life takes a turn, is revealing a level of loyalty that can't be faked. She doesn't run when things get hard. She doesn't disappear when you're not at your best. She steps up, not because she has to, but because she wants to. Because your pain becomes her concern, your struggle becomes her mission, and your fight becomes hers too. There will be moments in a man's life when things fall apart. Maybe he loses his job. Maybe he's overwhelmed by pressure. Maybe he's doubting himself. That's when most people back away. That's when the calls slow down, the support fades, and the crowd thins. But not her. A woman who loves you stands in the fire with you. She may not have the solutions, but her presence alone gives strength. She doesn't belittle your setbacks or criticize your vulnerability. Instead, she becomes the one reminding you of who you are, especially when you've forgotten it yourself. She's not there just to celebrate you when you're on stage. She's there backstage when the lights go off and the applause stops. She helps hold things together when everything's falling apart. She doesn't seek attention for her loyalty either. She's not helping to get credit. She's helping because she believes in you, because she sees value in you that goes beyond current circumstances. She understands that life isn't a straight line and that love isn't just about showing up for the highlights. It's about being present during the low points, the ugly moments, the silent struggles that no one else sees. Her support isn't loud or boastful. It's steady. It's dependable. You know that no matter how chaotic life gets, there's one person who won't walk away when you need them the most. That kind of love is built on more than words. It's built on action. It's built on consistency. And most of all, it's built on character. She proves again and again that her love is not just emotional, it's committed. When the bills are due, the stress is high, or the doubts are creeping in, she's still there. She's not trying to fix you. She's standing beside you while you fix yourself. And during those storms, you don't have to ask where she is. You don't have to beg for support. She's already there. She shows up in the hospital room, in the courtroom, in the silence of heartbreak. Her loyalty is not seasonal, it's solid. It's the kind of presence that doesn't ask for attention because real love doesn't have to be seen to be felt. She's consistent, she's grounded, and she doesn't abandon you when the ride gets bumpy. When a woman truly loves you, she becomes deeply invested in your growth. She doesn't just want you to stay the same. She wants to see you evolve into the best version of yourself. She believes in your potential even when you can't see it clearly yourself. Her love inspires rather than controls, uplifts rather than criticizes. She sees your flaws, but she also sees your fire. And she wants that fire to grow, not fade. She understands that real love isn't about accepting someone just as they are in the moment. It's about seeing who they can become and helping them get there. She doesn't push you out of pressure. She pushes you out of love. Her words are not weapons, they're fuel. She challenges you with compassion. She knows when to comfort and when to call you out. And she does both with respect. She might say, "You're better than this," or "I know you've got more in you," not to hurt your pride, but to remind you of your strength. Her encouragement is not empty praise. It's rooted in truth. She sees beyond what you are and speaks to what you can be. And that kind of belief has the power to wake something up inside a man that's been sleeping for years. She doesn't get jealous of your ambition. She celebrates it. She doesn't feel threatened by your vision. She adds to it. She brings peace to your process, not pressure. When you tell her your dreams, she listens with excitement, not skepticism. She asks how she can support you, not why you think it'll work. She's not sitting in the background waiting. She's actively walking beside you as you chase purpose. Her support is not passive. It's powerful. It might be in the way she checks in, motivates you after a setback, or simply reminds you why you started. She helps sharpen your focus, not by trying to run your life, but by creating a space where excellence is the standard. Her presence alone makes you want to do better, be better, and live better. And she doesn't compete with your goals. She becomes part of them. Her love adds clarity to your mission, not confusion. When you're with her, you don't feel stagnant. You feel inspired. And that's because she doesn't just love where you are. She's invested in where you're going. She may help you see blind spots, gently pointing out the areas where you can stretch and improve, not to tear you down, but to build you up. She sees the king in you, even when life has tried to reduce you to less. She reminds you of your value when the world has tried to label you as average. She gives you room to grow and doesn't hold your past against your future. She's not there to limit your reach. She's there to help you rise. Her love doesn't hold you back. It calls you forward. And she walks with you on that path of growth, not in front of you, not behind you, but right beside you. When a woman truly loves you, her actions speak louder than anything she could ever say. Words are important, yes, but they're not the foundation of real love. Consistency is. Real love doesn't just show up when it feels like it. It doesn't run hot one day and cold the next. When a woman is truly invested in you, her love becomes a pattern, not a performance. You don't have to guess how she feels. You don't have to beg for affection or clarity. Her actions show you where her heart is without needing to be explained every time. She's thoughtful, not just in grand gestures, but in small, meaningful ways. She remembers things that matter to you. She listens with intention. She notices what brings you joy and what causes you stress. She adjusts, not because you demand it, but because she wants to bring peace into your life. She checks in when she doesn't have to. She follows up on conversations because she actually cares about what's on your mind. She's not just showing up for the highlight reel. She's consistent in the everyday moments, the ones that really build the foundation of love. She doesn't disappear when she's upset, and she doesn't use silence as a weapon. She communicates. Even when it's hard, she chooses honesty over hiding. She doesn't punish you emotionally or play mind games. She's emotionally mature enough to deal with conflict with grace. And that's part of what makes her love so rare. It's dependable. It's steady. You can trust that when she says she's with you, she means it. Not just during the good days, but when things get rough and uncertain. She follows through on her words. If she says she's going to be there, she is. If she says she supports you, she proves it through her presence and encouragement. Her love doesn't exist only in text or social media posts. It shows up in how she treats you when no one else is watching. Her actions are in sync with her heart, and that alignment is what gives you peace of mind. You don't feel like you're constantly trying to decode mixed signals. You don't feel emotionally unstable around her. You feel grounded because her consistency gives you something real to stand on. She builds routines with you, plans with you, dreams with you, not as a maybe, but as a priority. Her involvement in your life isn't based on convenience. She wants to be part of your world. She takes initiative, not just waiting for you to carry all the emotional weight of the relationship. And through her steady presence, she teaches you that love isn't chaotic. It's not about dramatic ups and downs. It's about someone who chooses you day in and day out and backs that choice up with real effort. Her consistency becomes your reassurance. You stop wondering where you stand with her because her actions make it clear every single day. When a woman truly loves you, she respects your vision and supports your dreams with a kind of energy that feels like fuel for your soul. She doesn't just tolerate your ambitions, she becomes emotionally invested in them. She wants to know what drives you, what goals keep you up at night, and what legacy you're trying to build. She's not there to distract you from your purpose. She's there to remind you of it when the road gets tough. Her support isn't passive or distant. She shows interest, asks questions, gives thoughtful feedback, and listens like your dreams are just as important to her as they are to you. She doesn't roll her eyes when you talk about your ideas. She doesn't tell you to be more realistic or settle for less. Instead, she leans in with curiosity and encouragement because she knows how much your vision means to you. She might not fully understand every detail, but she understands that it matters, and that's enough. And her belief in your potential becomes a powerful motivator, especially on days when your own self-doubt tries to take over. She doesn't pressure you to succeed overnight, but she holds you accountable to keep going, to keep believing, and to keep working toward the life you want to create. She helps you stay focused. When distractions try to pull you off course, she reminds you why you started. She's not competing for your attention against your mission. She's helping you stay centered in it. She creates a supportive space, emotionally and mentally, where your ideas are respected and your ambitions are treated with care. She celebrates your progress, no matter how small, and when setbacks happen, she helps you find the lesson, not the blame. Her encouragement isn't about fixing your path for you. It's about walking beside you as you figure it out, reminding you that you're not alone. She sacrifices her own comfort at times to help you stay aligned with your goals. Maybe she takes on extra responsibilities so you can have time to focus. Or maybe she reminds you to rest so you don't burn out. Either way, her support shows up in practical ways, not just emotional ones. She's the one who reminds you of deadlines, helps you brainstorm solutions, and tells you you've got this when it feels like you don't. Yeah, her belief in your vision becomes part of your motivation, not because she's pushing you, but because her energy is empowering you. She doesn't mock your failures or get discouraged when things don't go as planned. She stays optimistic and patient, knowing that the journey matters just as much as the destination. She speaks life into your purpose, not fear. She wants to see you win, not so she can brag about you, but because she genuinely wants to see you fulfilled. Her respect for your dreams is just another reflection of her respect for you. And that kind of alignment creates a partnership that's both powerful and rare. When a woman truly loves you, she chooses you every single day, even when things aren't perfect. Love isn't just about how someone feels in the beginning when everything is new, exciting, and easy. It's about the choice they make when the routine sets in, when life throws challenges, and when both of you are tested in ways you never expected. A woman who genuinely loves you doesn't disappear when things get uncomfortable. She doesn't see conflict as a reason to leave. She sees it as a moment to grow, to understand, and to build something stronger together. Her love is not conditional on everything going right all the time. She accepts the flaws, the missteps, the imperfections, and still chooses to stay, to invest, and to move forward with you. She doesn't hold grudges to manipulate or punish. Instead, she processes her emotions and comes back to the table because she values the relationship more than being right. She doesn't bring up the past to shame you, but she does reflect on it so both of you can learn and grow. Choosing someone every day doesn't mean never feeling frustrated or disappointed. It means still showing up with love and intention, even through those moments. She shows patience when you're figuring things out, and she extends grace when you stumble, because she understands that love is not a fairy tale, it's a commitment. Her commitment is visible in the small, consistent ways she engages with you, which is abundant. With this grace, she checks in on your well-being, she communicates openly, she adjusts where needed, and she makes space for both of you to evolve individually and together. She doesn't just love who you are today, she embraces who you're becoming. Her daily choice to love you isn't based on mood swings or circumstances. It's rooted in values, trust, and mutual respect. Even when things are messy, she doesn't let temporary emotions dictate permanent decisions. She pauses, reflects, and reaffirms her choice to love, to support, and to stand by you. She brings effort into the relationship without being asked, whether it's through thoughtful words, shared responsibilities, emotional presence, or simply the way she prioritizes quality time. She's showing you that you're not just an option, you're her choice. She stays consistent even on the days when she's tired, frustrated, or stressed. She doesn't take her love back when things get hard. She stays connected. She communicates her needs and listens to yours. She works with you, not against you, because she sees your relationship as a team, not a competition. She doesn't compare your relationship to others or let outside opinions shake her foundation. She trusts what you two are building, and she stays loyal to that. She finds ways to reignite the spark, to bring fun and depth into the connection, and to remind both of you why you started this journey in the first place. Even on the hardest days, she chooses to keep showing up, not just physically, but emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. Her love isn't a one-time promise. It's a living choice she makes over and over again through seasons, through struggles, and through change. When a woman truly loves you, she includes you in her future without hesitation or fear. She doesn't just talk about tomorrow as if it only belongs to her. She speaks in we, in shared plans, in mutual visions. Her love becomes evident in the way she naturally folds you into the blueprint of her life, not because she's trying to trap you, but because she sees you as part of her story. She talks about long-term goals and imagines you beside her, not as a possibility, but as a presence she's already factored in. She doesn't make you guess where you stand or question if you're temporary. Her conversations, her actions, and her intentions show that you're someone she sees herself growing with. She introduces you to the people who matter to her because she wants them to know the person who holds her heart. She brings you into her world with pride, not secrecy. Whether it's family dinners, friend gatherings, or future milestones, she wants you there. You're not hidden or held at arm's length. She's not just sharing time with you. She's building memories and planting roots. Her openness about the future isn't a tactic. It's a reflection of how secure she feels in your connection. She doesn't pressure you to commit, but she doesn't shy away from clarity either. She's honest about what she wants and where she's headed, and she includes you in that direction. She might talk about future travels and casually say, we should go there someday, or imagine what kind of home you two would create together. These aren't just throwaway comments. They're subtle glimpses into how her heart is expanding to make room for you in her life beyond the present moment. When decisions come up, she considers your opinion. When changes are on the horizon, she checks how you feel. It's not just about where she's going. It's about making sure the path forward feels right for both of you. She shows interest in your long-term aspirations too. She wants to understand your vision, your 5-year plan, your bucket list. She asks questions like, what kind of legacy do you want to leave? Or where do you see yourself in the next few years? Not to interrogate, but because she's trying to see where she fits in. She wants to align, not just exist beside you. Her willingness to dream with you is a powerful act of vulnerability. She's opening herself up to the unknown because her love for you outweighs the fear of what could go wrong. Her future plans don't contradict the present. They complement it. She doesn't make promises she can't keep, but she does make intentions clear. She's planting seeds for something lasting, and her love waters those seeds daily through her consistency, her support, and her belief in the life you could create together. Her love doesn't live only in the now. It lives in the later, in the one day, in the decades from now moments that she imagines with a quiet kind of confidence.